Hello everyone and welcome back to campus. We have got you covered talking about flooding, we're talking about moving in, and the opening convocation here on this very special edition of The Shield. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this very special edition of The Shield. I'm Cody, broadcasting from the east side of campus here in Schnabel Hall. Moving in was a wet one, as a wet start to the school year. Our very own Chief Meteorologist Rachel Duensing joins us right outside the studio with more on that. Rachel?
Yeah, Ricky, the start of classes came with flooding all across not only the city of Valparaiso, but Valparaiso University as well. What is always jokingly called as Lake Valpo actually turned into a little bit more of an ocean. A lot of classrooms and buildings were flooded, especially the basement floors, and there were even some cars that had water damage as the water levels began to rise in many of the parking lots. The good news is we did have a few days to dry out, and I'll tell you what to expect as we head into your Labor Day weekend coming up in my full forecast in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Rachel. The start of a new school year also means a new residence hall for some students to live in here on campus. VUTV got an exclusive look at inside this new, beautiful addition to campus. Air conditioning, suite-style living, and card-swiping door entry are just a few amenities Beacon Hall offers students. The very spacious residence hall is furnished with plenty of seating and even smart TVs in every lounge. Because bathrooms are located in the rooms, more lounge space is available on each floor. The basement with a rec center is even home to a pool table that Tom Cruise played on in the 1983 film Color of Money. It was a warm one for many students who were moving in the newest class of Valparaiso University. We were there to get a look at what it was like on that very hot move-in day. This past Saturday, Valparaiso University welcomed the freshman class of 2018 to their new homes. President Heckler and upperclassmen showed the freshmen leadership and service by helping them move in and making friendships that will last a lifetime. Parents of the new class were excited to see their sons and daughters make the choice to continue their education beyond high school. Water was provided by student volunteers who were there to move in the newest class into their homes. These volunteers range from student organizational leaders as well as the fraternity and sorority community. On Tuesday afternoon, Valpo kicked off the start of this school year with the annual welcome convocation held in the Chapel of the Resurrection. Shield News correspondent Brendan Johnson has more.
Faculty and students gathered Tuesday for the 86th annual opening convocation here at the Chapel of the Resurrection. Students marked the beginning of the school year by signing the honor code for the very first time and pinning the Shield of Character as the act of initiation into the Valpo community.
After what was a very hot and rainy day, the class of 2018 participated in a long-standing Valpo tradition. Faculty from across campus welcomed students as they process from the Hare Union to the Chapel of the Resurrection. The class of 2018 boasted the highest ACT and SAT scores that President Heckler had ever seen in his time here at Valpo.
To all of the new students who are here today, welcome.
18 faculty and staff received commendation for their service to the university, and an additional 6 faculty were granted permanent tenure. In addition to ceremonial activities, President Heckler addressed the new students for the very first time.
And students, throughout your experience at Valpo, you will begin to discern your gifts and to define the work of your life. As a Lutheran institution of higher learning, we understand this as your vocation or your life's calling.
And shortly after, students pinned the Shield of Character to themselves and signed the honor code for the very first time to begin their educational journey.
Provost Spearman, on behalf of all of us, congratulations and welcome to Valparaiso.
Reporting for VUTV, I'm Brendan Johnson.
It is not as large as the Taste of Chicago, but Valpo's rendition is just as popular. Shield News correspondent Lynnette Grant was at the Taste of Valpo and has more.
Because of morning thunderstorms and muddy conditions across campus, Valparaiso University officials moved the Taste of Valpo into the Union Ballrooms. As you see with the many people behind me, this event is quite popular for Valpo students. Students began lining up for the annual Taste of Valpo outside the Horry Union Ballrooms hours before the doors opened. Why so early? All to take advantage of what the town of Valparaiso has to offer. Many popular vendors, including Jimmy John's, Chick-fil-A, and Starbucks, offered free samples of their food and drinks to Valpo students. This event allows for students to learn what food options are available in Valparaiso and vendors as well to promote themselves to the students. All in all, hundreds of college students left the Union happy Tuesday night after learning what food is here in addition to on campus.
It has taken the world by storm. From Mark Zuckerberg to Oprah, millions of people have taken part in the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS research, and it has now made its way right here at home to VU. Shield News correspondent Tommy Mantice has the story.
It's called the ALS Bucket Challenge, and its next stop right here at Valparaiso University, and it's come to challenge our leader. That is President Mark Heckler, along with Phi Kappa Psi and Chi Omega, dumping ice water on their heads in order to raise awareness and money towards Lou Gehrig's disease. The campaign was created by former Boston College baseball player Peter Frades, who suffers from the disease. Why is this so important? Why do you guys choose to do this?
Well, you see, Phi Psi was founded on the great joy of serving others, and obviously that's something we value as a chapter. And I think it's not just about participating in philanthropy and service, but finding ways to make it fun and really get engaged in it, because I think that's how you really make a big difference. And I think the Ice Bucket Challenge is the perfect way to do that. You know, we're donating to ALS, we're having fun while we're doing it, we're raising awareness, and in my mind, that's what Phi Psi is all about.
I was not planning to get ice water dumped on my head, but I guess I've caught the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge fever.
3, 2, 1.
Reports of millions of dollars have been donated to the ALS Disease Fund, trying to find a cure. ALS sweeps across the nation and harms so many lives.
It's really important that we find a cure, and that's why I'm here today, is to help raise money to find a cure for ALS.
Now all the fraternities and sororities have done the Ice Bucket Challenge or will do it, and they have put the money in, so it's a great cause for everything. And the Ice Bucket Challenge continues. For VUTV, I'm Tommy Mantice.
Students across campus continue to celebrate the start of the new year by dancing in the ballrooms this past Wednesday. Valparaiso University's annual dance marathon, put on by the fraternity and sorority community, hosted their mini dance marathon. After raising over $24,000 in last year's dance marathon for Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago, students were eager to start dancing and fundraising for the event. Leaders of Dance Marathon encouraged people to sign up now so they have even more time to fundraise. Students had a chance to listen to the story of Rosie, a local junior high school student who has been a part of the Lurie community for her entire life. Joined by her parents, she talked about the importance of raising money for people just like her, and that we can all have a great time doing it. For more information on VU's Dance Marathon, log on to valpo.edu/Greek. We're now going to send it back out to Chief Meteorologist Rachel Duensing, who's joining us right outside the studio. Rachel, how's the weather looking?
Ricky, Valparaiso University has seen a lot of rain and storm activity that even started before move-in day. This picture I'm showing you on the screen right now is courtesy of Cameron Nixon. He's a student on the Valparaiso campus, and you can actually see those storm clouds moving in. This was Saturday, this was move-in day. Unfortunately, even though we did have a few days to dry out, the rain will begin to move back in, and we'll have storm chances for your Labor Day as well. And we will even see the chance of a few clouds and even a few more storms as we head into the middle portion of this week. We saw a little bit of rain as we headed into portions of this afternoon. Right now we're not experiencing any of that, just some cloud cover, and then we are just going to continue to see that cloud cover filter back in over the next couple of hours. Temperatures are holding in the upper 70s to low 80s right now, and they will drop down to near 70 degrees for overnight lows, and then warming back up into those mid 80s for Saturday and then dropping back down once again upper 60s to low 70s. Tonight though, a few storms could be lingering around with south winds around 10 miles per hour. That overnight low near 70 degrees. Tomorrow though, 83 degrees with a few more storms once again lingering around. It will be one of those days where some areas will see rain and storm activity and others will not, and those winds will be out of the southwest, a little bit breezy at times at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So another warm and stormy day, and that will continue as we head into Sunday, cooling down just slightly to around 82 degrees. Once again, those overnight lows will be very consistent near that 70-degree mark. Monday though, for your Labor Day, a few more storms lingering around. Some of us meteorologists may actually be laboring on Labor Day with that storm activity. 84 degrees. Tuesday, 82. Slight chance of storms for Tuesday and Wednesday, but mostly we will just see a lot of cloud activity. Temperatures remaining in those low 80s, so definitely getting into more regular pattern. Unfortunately, we will be seeing rain for the next few days. I'm reporting live outside of Schnabel Hall. I'm Rachel Duensing. Back to you in the studio, Ricky.
And that's going to do it for this very special edition of The Shield here on VUTV. Remember, we are covering more every day. You can log on to youtube.com/ValpoVUTV for the latest and what's going on around campus, as well as a look at our very own original programming. Need a break from studying? Log on to movies.valpo.edu to take a look at all we have for this next month. We'll be back here next week for the next edition of The Shield, but for now, I'm Ricky Cody. We'll see you later.